again at the 3. And for the Pacers, Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. T.J. Warren out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. Now here's Tatum. Count it, good. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, and I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Here's Brogdon. Following the basket by Jokic. Bounce pass from Brogdon. Aldridge against Jokic. Back to Brogdon. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. And Tatum pulls it down.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Smart misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Parker trying to free himself up.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Tatum passes to Jokic, and there it is for him. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston. Walker surveying the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on pound in that center position.
Now here's Smart. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Oladipo outside. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Cantor checked in for Aldridge. Morris comes in for Jabari Parker. McDermott's checked in for T.J. Warren. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Oladipo. And here's Morris for 3. Kept alive by Indiana. And that one, good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Tatum's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's McConnell. And Tatum pulls it down. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
finds Brogdon. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Now, here's Sexton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Chang, the pass to Herter. Knocked away. Stolen by Brogdon. Fast break, here they come. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. So it's the Celtics now. 4-point game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Chang with the ball. Herter passes to Sexton. It's blocked. Here's McConnell from deep three-point range.
Coming out of college, Tatum showed inconsistent intensity on defense, but he's made great strides.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Here, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
We've got TJ McConnell. Enes Kanter is out there with Morris. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's McDermott in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Steps back and shoots. Tatum's shot is off. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
The Pacers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First free throw is good. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first, and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you developed. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Here's McConnell following the bucket by the Celtics. Passes it to Kanter. He can't get it to go. Good defense by Jokic. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Pass to Jokic. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And a big guy with his quickness, it's just not fair. I mean, how can you guard that?
And here's McConnell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Oladipo outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Now, here's McConnell. To the paint, here's Aldridge, and the dunk by Aldridge.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And Walker kicks to Craig. Smart passes to Craig. To the middle, here's Chang, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the first one at the line is good. Parker's checked in for Leaf. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Walker. Parker dishes to Oladipo. Good work defensively by Smart.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now, here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
As good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And McConnell gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Walker kicks to Craig. 1:37 left now here in the second. Pass to Jokic. Celtics passing it around. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Warren the pass to McConnell. And here is Parker. Right side Aldridge. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the shot by Warren, no good. Outside, Walker. And the pass to Craig. Jokic with the bounce pass. Here's Walker. The Pacers pull it in.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. The Pacers making a change here. Ogden's checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Kevin Huerter comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Walker's a score first. Shots like that floater are an integral part of his arsenal.
That one falls. 7 points for Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Down low. Here's Jokic over Aldridge. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And Jokic drops them both. 5 seconds left here in the second. On deep. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Celtics leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained and that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
On the court for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Tatum out there with Jokic, and it's Craig in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 6. It's a 2 from Parker. It doesn't go for him. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Out to the wing, and Jokic wide open. He shoots, drills the 3-pointer. Jokic has got 12 in the game.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the 3-point line.
Here's Brogdon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Walker. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Here's Brogdon. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Walker the pass to Jokic. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
Pass to Warren. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something. He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
TJ McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. Good season for him last year. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team.
And you like seeing Holiday get his guys involved. His coaches love when he's being unselfish.
Now McConnell. Now here's Kanter. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court over Morris. And that one hits back out.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend it. Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore, a tough one.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Pacers. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
And these are two teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Tatum. Good D by Brogdon. And Brogdon's got the ball here for Indiana. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. High, arcing shot. That's no basket. His third miss in 8 tries. Well, guys, Brogdon not a player that turns heads, but man, is he an efficient threat on the floor.
And he's been a great three-point shooter really since his rookie year. His field goal percentage continues to climb and has evolved into one of the best free throw shooters in the game.
Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Timeout called the Pacers. Some changes. McDermott comes in for TJ Leaf. And it's Victor Oladipo in for TJ McConnell. The Celtics also changing it up. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jokic. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Oladipo, the pass to Morris. A floater, and the play by Oladipo as he finishes it off for 2.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about shooting.
Tatum finds Jang. Pass to Sexton. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Oladipo, the pass to Brogdon. Morris, left side. And Morris throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
On the wing, Holiday. Back to Jang. Clock at 4. Sexton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Boston Celtics heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA is headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Jabari Parker is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And that one misses. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during this time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
McDermott dishes to Oladipo. Pulls up. High post. Count it.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
And it's denied. Now the Pacers moving it up. The quick look, no good that time. Celtics leading by 7. outside, Smart. And there's the pass to Chang. Can't hit that one. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Oladipo. Brogdon outside. Passes it to Aldridge. Second shot opportunity. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Warren's checked in for McDermott. The Celtics also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Jack. It's Torrey Craig in for Kevin Huerter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Brogdon the pass to Parker. Dishes it to Warren. Let's go. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Jokic. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Parker's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That free throw good from Warren. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Craig. Jokic trying to free himself up. Craig, good. Craig's got his first bucket of the night. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that do a play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. He feeds it to Aldridge. Nikola Jokic craps the miss. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fires from 14. Walker's shot is off. Pacers trail by 9. And stolen by Tatum. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Count that bucket.
And this is something we saw in college. Tatum gets his hands on the ball, causing deflections and steals.
Walker against Brogdon. Outside Aldridge. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, Walker. Pass to Jokic. They get a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon. Jokic with it. The pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open look. The shot, no good. Pacers shooting 43% for the game. Brogdon against Walker. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Celtics.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Jokic.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
So we see Boston get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.